Welcome to the channel where we provide you information on the top emerging technology. Mankind has been able to thrive as a species because of its ability to innovate. We discovered fire, invented the wheel, built the pyramids, and passed what we learned to our next generation. Ever since we developed an acumen for scientific reasoning, we began to look at our problems through a scientific lens. Same as what happened with medical sciences. What started off as treating minor illnesses with the help of herbs and salts turned into a discipline that deals with intricate surgeries and sophisticated technology. And thanks to that, humans now have the longest recorded lifespan in history. In this video, we're going to talk about emerging medical technologies and how these new scientific devices are helping us in the battle against various health conditions. Blood pressure smartwatch. Hypertension is one of the leading causes for heart attack, diabetes, and kidney failure. People suffering from hypertension have to carefully monitor their blood pressure in order to adjust their medication accordingly. This is the reason why wearable blood pressure monitoring devices are becoming a trend these days. This is where the blood pressure smartwatch comes in. Besides constantly keeping you updated on your current blood pressure levels, this smartwatch also provides you fitness tracking, heart rate variability report, sleep analysis, and blood oxygen levels. Nanotech Bio Antenna Pain Relieving Patch. You may or may not know that there is an intricate web of nerves spread throughout our whole body that carries electrical signals or impulses to our brain. Our sense of touch basically functions with the help of these electrical impulses. The pain that we feel when we get injured or pull a muscle is also a signal to the brain from these sensory neurons. This signal helps the brain understand the location of the damage, so it may send a signal back to repair the damage. That is how pain works. The repairing of the damaged tissue can take time, and that is why doctors prescribe medication to help numb the affected area. This is where technology jumps in. Billions of nanocapacitors present in this patch interact with the body's electrical system. The nanocapacitor, upon contact with the affected area, promote clear communication between sensory neurons, hence reducing the signal that cause pain. And the best part is, the whole process takes about a few minutes and you can get going with your day again. (3D printed pills). Being a fairly recent technology itself, 3D printing is finding its application around a lot of different industries. It has brought a revolution in the manufacturing industry and has opened doors to a very high degree of customization, with a lower cost and easy accessibility. In the world of medicine, the application of 3D printing technique is helping pharmaceutical companies create pills with varying degrees of release profile. If you're wondering what a release profile is, it basically classifies a drug according to the release time in the body through diffusion or dissolution when taken orally. Some of the pills that you take diffuse while still in your oral cavity, while others have to make it to your stomach or upper intestine to do what they do. The diffusion or dissolution rate of pills depends on their particle size. This is where 3D printing jumps in. 3D printing is going to help pharmaceutical companies to produce highly personalized pills for customers who need medication with complex drug release profiles. It will also help pharmacists produce personalized pills for patients who react differently to different dosages. This means that individual information of patients like age, gender, and ethnicity will help pharmacists to produce optimal dosage instead of a standard one. Bioabsorbable stent. Having bad dietary habits and a constant consumption of food that is high in cholesterol or trans fat can result in an accumulation of plaque within the arteries. The plaque sticks to walls of the arteries and eventually clogs them, making it difficult for the blood to flow through the arteries to the vital organs. It can also cause clotting, which if happens near or inside the heart can cause a heart attack, or in the brain, which can cause a stroke. A stent is a tiny device that is inserted into a clogged artery to help keep it open, allowing the blood to flow freely in order to reduce the chances of a heart attack. The stents that have traditionally been used for the purpose of unclogging an artery are made of metal. These metal stents have a disadvantage that they remain within the body of the patient for life and can cause long-term complications. Bioabsorbable stents have changed that. They are made out of a naturally dissolving polymer called polyactides and provide full functionality of a metal stent. They provide mechanical support by widening the clogged artery and also deliver drugs to the clogged area. After restoring the artery to its normal state over a period of 2 years, these stents then eventually dissolve away over time. Geomics editing. To explain this one, we're going to have to explain what genes are. Have you ever wondered why humans have different colors of skin, hairs, and eyes? Or why certain people have lean physique despite eating whatever they want? Why is your certain gym mate able to get more gains doing half the work that you do? Well, the answer to all these questions lie within genes, or genetics, which is basically the science that deals with their study. There are almost 20,000 genes in each one of the individual cells of our bodies that contain 3 billion letters of genetic code. Besides defining our physical characteristics, genes also highly influence our health. Scientists have been working on our genetic sequence for years, and thanks to that, a lot of genes have been identified that are linked to various health conditions. You might have heard how people can inherit baldness or diabetes or certain mental health conditions from their parents. Well, these varied genes are responsible for carrying all good and bad traits from the older generation to the newer one. Scientists have been working for years to alter these genes that negatively impact the human lives. While it is really hard to carry out those alterations in a living being, scientists have recently discovered a method that seems promising enough in terms of editing genes in living beings, including humans. It is called clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats, or CRISPR for short. Bacteria uses this method naturally to counter viral infections. When attacked by a viral DNA, bacteria produce RNA strands that, along with protein called Cas9, cut the DNA structure of the virus to overcome the infection. Scientists noticed that the same cutting technique can be used to cut different unwanted DNA sequences in the gene as well. Once the CRISPR method has done its thing, a DNA sequence with its desired traits can be added to the mix while the already cut gene is trying to heal itself. These genetic modifications can be done in stem cells as well, which can produce different types of cell with the same genetic makeup. This method can also be used on fertilized egg to produce transgenic animals with desired mutations. These genetic modifications can help humanity overcome fatal diseases like cancer and HIV in a matter of years. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss more videos on emerging medical technology and much more. Take care.